Hello, everybody. This is AK. I'm back. So, on the screen, you see a newspaper cutting, an article from the Straits Times, which I shared in my blog uh, back in 2013. Right, it was 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. It was May 2013. And that article was written in 2003. February 25th, 2003. So back in 2013, I said that article was 10 years old. Now, that article is 20 years old, right? And back then, I said I've been investing in ST engineering for more than 10 years. And today, I'll tell you I've been investing in ST engineering for more than 20 years. And I'm still holding on to my original investment, right? So a few days ago, I produced a video on ST engineering, what it is today, the dividend yield. And I said, would I invest in ST engineering or would I invest in the Chinese banks, which are offering a higher dividend yield? Right. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I'll leave a link in the description box below to that video so you can watch it if you want to. Right. And in that video, I basically said that I wouldn't add to my investment in ST engineering today based on what it is today. And someone asked me, if you dislike ST engineering now, why don't you sell it? Use the money and buy DBS or OCBC, which you seem to like. And well, I don't think I said I dislike ST engineering now. I just say I wouldn't add to my investment today, right? There is a difference. So for example, I say if someone asks me if I would add to my investment in the banks today, DBS, OCBC, and UOB, my answer is probably no, right? But it doesn't mean that I dislike them, right? I still like them, right? And if the prices should fall, I'll buy more. So it's like what Peter Lim says, right? All investments are good investments at the right price. So if ST Engineering's stock price should fall a lot more, like if we should go to $3 or under $3, I could possibly buy some. I could possibly add to my investment. Just at today's price, I wouldn't be adding. And so when would I sell? I mean, I will sell an investment usually if I think that it's no longer doing what I think it should be doing for me, right? So if that has changed, then I would probably sell it, right? So for example, I sold some investments and invested the money in the banks instead because I thought that those investments would not be paying me any more dividends, or if we have another crisis like the pandemic, they could possibly suspend dividends again. So those kind of investments, they don't fit my strategy. So I'll sell those investments, right? So ST Engineering, well, it has been chugging along very nicely for more than 20 years for me, and it has been paying me consistently. And there are some concerns now regarding the bad balance sheet, but then it doesn't mean that it has become a bad investment and that I dislike it. So I mean, just to put things in perspective, a refresher, for example, at current day's price, right, the PE ratio is like almost 21 times. That's a very high PE ratio, right? That is like can I say it's like semi-growth stock, right? I think a growth stock's PE ratio is probably higher than that. But given today's high interest rate environment, a lot of growth stocks have seen their PE ratio coming down to like 20 to 30 times, right? So, at a PE ratio of 20, almost 21 times, that's almost like a growth stock, right? And price to book is trading at almost 5 times its book value. And its gearing level, like I say, is very high, and its gearing is like 240% or so. And all this gives you a dividend yield of like 4.4% with a payout ratio that's much higher than DBS and OCBC. Right. So given those kind of ratios, the numbers, right, it's not surprising that I wouldn't be adding to my investment in ST Engineering today, right? So, but it's still doing a fine job of generating income for me. I mean, I've been invested for more than 20 years. And if you are interested in reading the blog post that you see on screen with the newspaper article, which I cut out in year 2003 to have a bit of a background to this video, I'll leave a link to that blog post in the description below as well. So this is just me talking to myself, rationalizing, and if you have found this helpful, I'm happy. If AK can talk to himself, so can you. Bye bye.